And we are live. Hi, everybody. We're back. My name is Fabs. You're watching Going Critical. This is Reckoning in Dawn Shadow, our all-Asian cast post-colonialist setting made by yours truly. It's so nice to see everyone excited to have a full party tonight. This is Going Critical, where I take your favorite streamers and people and artists and stuff and run them through a wonderful world of fantasy. I'm gonna introduce our cast and then we can get to the recap. Luke, tell me who you are.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, and who you're playing.
Hi, everybody. I'm a Filipino-Italian comedian out of New York City. What's up, baby? Let's get the pizza, get the money. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Trevisi, LukeTrovese. That's going to be all of my videos and whatnot. Check out that. Go Jeremy Lin.
And you're playing...
I am playing Andres Utak, the lightning, the pit fighter, the man on top of the mountain.
Hell yeah. Next, Toffee.
Yo, top of the morning to everybody here. What's up? I'm Toffee. I'm a actor based out of Southern San Diego, Southern California, and I'm playing Bayani Broth Bubble, the halfling Mentala wizard. And I forgot that wizards learn spells when they level up, so I just added that just now.
Hell yeah.
And I'm glad to be here. Oh, Asian recommendation: if y'all live in Irvine, California. Okay, there's a lot of boba spots, okay? But last week, I got this really good matcha boba from a place called Omomo.
Omomo.
It was like a Disneyland ride trying to get boba, but eventually I got my boba, and it was the best drink I ever had. So
I love it.
Go to Omomo.
Hell yeah. Next, Saf.
Hi, I'm Saf. You can find me everywhere at a clerical error 748 or some kind of variation of that. Good luck to you. And I play Celeste Han, who is a fun little shadow sorcerer. I don't know why I took this race, because I can't say it. She's a fox person. You're welcome.
It's a hage yokai. It's fine.
Thank you. I get my mouth a little every time.
Joe.
Hi everybody, I'm Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend on Twitter and TikTok. I am here, Starlight Tales, Girls Around These Worlds, _D'Angelo as a performer. I have a podcast called Monsterfuckers Anonymous. We're coming back soon. Keep an eye out. And I'm running Call of Cthulhu on this channel soon. The application's closed tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you want to play Call of Cthulhu and you love family and generational trauma like everyone did this year, consider. I play Hunjin, a Umali God Dragonborn Ranger Cleric Alligator Daddy. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Super daddy. Last but not least, we're welcoming back Stella.
Hello, I'm Stella Luna on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media. I'm a TTRPG performer and player. You can find producer. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this thing. You can find all the information on the socials. Today I'll be playing. My name is Moon, and I've been a little bit in the back of the grounds for a couple of weeks now, but we'll see pretty quickly what's been going on with me.
Hell yeah. All right. And again, I'm Fabs. I am the DM for this game. I also storytell another show on here on Tuesdays, Manhattan by Midnight. If you are interested in watching a Vampire the Masquerade game set in New York City, check us out. We normally play Tuesdays at 9 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Anyway, let's get to the recap. Last we left off, the party went to this gala. They resolved the problem with a sudden transformation by our very own daddy Hoon. And they might have discovered a lot more about their holy symbol that they had, something tied to the Seojin kingdoms, and something that is a lot more spiritual than expected. We found out a little bit more about Celeste's history. Andres found a trainer for his upcoming deathmatch, and Bayani had a little heartfelt thing at the end of last session where he was reminded about his special friend Maru. Also, Daddy got some. Daddy Hoon got some.
Your daddy got some.
Yeah, and now is the holder of the mysterious book that was contained in the box from the first session. You might be wondering, what did Moon do? Well, we're gonna get to that right now. So Moon, you got to the let's change the music a little bit. It's a little solemn. Let's have a little bit more pep in our step. As you enter the gala, it's amazing. It's filled with food, people, culture, a lot of schmoozing between rich people and the students of the Nara Academy. And you basically went gremlin mode. Tell us several things that you would have done during the gala.
I would have acquainted myself with wherever the food is, and I would have sampled every single item that's on the buffet table, helped myself to a few dishes that are in front of people, starting off with some small talk and just occasionally reaching over and plucking a cocktail treat off of their plate.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, just fluttering around like a butterfly, introducing myself.
You introduce yourself left and right. There's a very friendly Loxodon in the hall that you meet that specializes in foreign studies, more so in diplomatic actions. So they work. They've mentioned that they worked at the embassy, talking about maybe getting more people, getting the tourism of Imperia up. And as they're talking to you, their name is Chauncey. And Chauncey over here was very... Did you change your appearance during this whole thing?
Yes, so Moon is wearing their gala outfit, which is akin to a hanbok, the traditional Korean wear. So it is a fold-over top that comes over a long, shapeless gown, essentially, and it kind of skirts down to their ankles here. It is a deep red in color, and you can see that there's fine embroidery all along the edges, and what looks to be as if these long, slender dragons that are entwined within the design, and there's a number of strings that hang off in tassels as well. As far as their appearance underneath, they are currently presenting as we'll say that Moon... Can I be a gnome?
You could be an oversized gnome if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, Moon looks like a tall gnome. So, very pronounced features, very large ears, kind of mousy in appearance, and her hair is pulled back into a very tight bun.
Okay, the seamstress... Oh, just in addition to your appearance, the seamstress knew that you were changeling, so they made an enchantment on your clothes that changes size depending on what form you take, as a plus. And please continue.
Enchanted Handbook. I'm adding this to my inventory right now.
Yes, please. It doesn't change its appearance, but its size definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so Moon is helping herself, kind of reaching out like, Chauncey, come here.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
As
yes.
they're bending down, just reaching up into their
Yeah.
plate and shoving a chocolate-covered something into their mouth.
There's a lot of
So,
peanut butter on it.
There's like smudges of things on their clothes. You can see that Moon hasn't been particularly careful.
Mhm.
So, are you looking to hire? You're looking to put someone into a position at your embassy. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, we're trying to increase the tourism in the city. You know, with the recent weird happenings, we need a little bit more new press, and we need to generate more revenue for you know, the infrastructure of the city. You know, all the way to the west, there are things called trains, and we would like to take that this form of technology with the specialized artificers here in Nara Academy, and maybe upgrade some of those trains and put them all throughout Candigan. Yes. But if you were interested in maybe doing a little work for the embassy, we do have a lot of positions available. We do have one in particular that is foreign affairs. Are you by any chance local, or are you from another land in our wonderful continent?
I am a local. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Totally lying through their teeth.
Yes.
Yeah, I know all about this area here. I've been here for many, many years. I think I might know a thing or two in helping you with foreign affairs, if that's what you're
Yes.
thinking.
Well, if you're so knowledgeable about the city, would you be willing to maybe be a tour guide for one of our guests?
I can absolutely do that. I know all of the best places to get grub, and also everyone knows that the best business happens at those locations.
Amazing. Well, and you see Chauncey stand up straight. Chauncey is towering over you right now. He stands about 7'5", and he's looking around. It's like, oh, and he waves his hand, and you notice another pale-skinned individual. Deep black eyes, kind of little bit scales on their face, but more of you're familiar with Mystique from the X-Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like those scales. And you see another changeling.
Hot.
Yeah, you see another changeling that you in particular are quite familiar with. This is a teacher you had when you were a child. This is Father Minji, who used to teach you, I think the word would be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They taught you etiquette and history. You knew them when they were still kind of like a, not like a handmaiden, but more of like in a lower position, as they weirdly enough look like they're gliding towards you and Chauncey. And you haven't seen this. Yeah, you haven't seen this man in a long while.
Moon is about to put another object into their mouth, and they hesitate. The hand just hovers over their lips, and their eyes go wide. Color slowly drains from their face, and they kind of blink it away. These are your friends?
Oh yes. this Father Minji is a visitor from the Xiojin Kingdoms. He is here to, I believe, extend their sort of interest in terms of draconic knowledge from his home in the Xiojin Kingdoms. We don't know a lot of the draconic presence in Kandigan, and they wanted to discover more. And you see him now within speaking distance. He says, Chauncey, it's nice to see you.
Moon puts the food in their mouth, and with their free hands, they begin to tug on their sleeves, almost as if trying to hide something.
Mhm.
Specifically, there's a tattoo on Moon's arm that's always persistent, regardless of whatever form they take.
Would you describe this tattoo to us?
Yeah, so it's a pretty simple design. It essentially looks like a swirling red dragon kind of snaking up her arm, and it's very simple. It's just line work, and it more or less manifested a few years ago, and regardless of whatever shape that moon takes, it's always there.
Yeah, and you notice on this, I'm not familiar with the term for the male counterpart of a hanbok.
It's still hanbok.
It's still a hanbok, correct?
Mhm.
His attire is pretty similar, but more muted, and you see the same dragon on his chest, on the hanbok printed.
Moon talks around a mouthful of food, using it as an excuse. Up below.
Well, and this is your friend. It's like, oh yes, this is my friend. What was your name again?
Berry.
Barry? Well, this is Barry. Barry has been nice enough to offer to be your liaison, your tour guide of the city. You can tell them all about what your plans are. Oh, that's wonderful. And you see him, he's quite sweating. He's not used to the humid, like the humidity, even though it's still like kind of like fall. There's like some form of like sweat that kind of drips around his brow as he wipes it. This is wonderful to know. Well, Barry?
I have to use a restroom. And Barry just kind of begins to look around, trying to see if they see any of the other party members, and perhaps upon failing, begin to scurry away, and they'll be, I'll be right back.
Well, as you say that, a whole ordeal happens where you notice that Hoon turns into this magical draconic creature, and for your sake, I said that you were helping with the evacuation when everything went to shit. And after a while, you remember this man's face, and during this whole commotion, after it settled down, what you do remember is he is hoping to find people from the Night House to help him in an expedition, hopefully outside of the city. But that's what you remember, and you play this over and over in your head as the new day has come, and you are, I believe everybody was planning to meet at the Rosewood Manor the next day, and as everybody has congregated, you see Moon standing there with just a blank stare, remembering that they just saw somebody of their past.
Morning, Moon. What's up?
Hey, do you have any breakfast?
Don't eat yet. We're gonna eat over at what's the place called again? Everyone, I like
The Rosewood Manor.
Oh, Rosewood?
Oh,
In the place that you've been after this entire time.
We're hanging out with that cool guy, Celio.
oh, yeah.
I think
okay.
it's Basilio, but
He said I could call him Celio.
right.
They're on first name. They're on nickname terms.
Gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick up brunch on the way over. There's a bakery in town, and I would love to just bring over just like one of everything, two of everything over there, and
Yeah.
this is I mean, as far as I know, this is our first time, like as a group going over there. So I just want to make sure that we have good appearances. Does that seem okay?
Like,
Maybe
that we
don't break
look nice?
anything or
Oh.
steal anything or like kiss anyone.
These linens are expensive.
Kiss anyone?
Who would we kiss?
I don't know. And then
Oh.
and then Bayani looks over at at Hoon. Right? I'm not gonna kiss anyone.
Oh yeah, how was last night? What ended up happening?
Yeah, maybe wait like 2 minutes before you start because like I heard it on the way out.
Okay.
What?
What?
Let's.
It's not my story to tell. It's not my. I'm gonna shut up. Let's go to they're gonna open soon. Let's go.
Small hand moves.
Moon just kind of like follows Bayani, but like shuffling past Hoon is just like,
And as you guys shuffle, you guys get the list that Celio requested. You have the long list of food. And you guys end up at the Rosewood Manor. The gate is not locked, it's open. You are faced again with this tall wooden door, and you have a knocker again, an iron knocker on it to call attention to whoever is inside. It's also a nice day. It's kind of cold, but it's a very sunny fall day.
Oh, Andres is riding on his horse.
Oh my
A
god.
Mustang.
On his
Okay.
Mustang.
That is
Before we like properly go in, like maybe while we're still on our errands,
Mhm.
Hoon like probably ignores Moon for maybe like the first stop, but like then the next stop is like, I have a gift for you.
oh, yeah.
And I think Hoon this time doesn't usually wear like any kind of like bag or whatever, but I think he has like some kind of satchel. And he pulls out like kind of like a decent handful of like a hard candy bouquet. Like it's like wrapped nicely by the handles. And you'll notice that like whatever, I don't know if plastic is a thing, but like the plastic covering
Yeah.
is
There's artifice. Like they made
Yes,
plastic.
right.
Yeah.
Plastic is a thing. But there's chili powder on top of the hard candy.
That sounds
and
fucking good. I'm sorry.
It sounds good as hell.
Yeah.
And yes, exactly. I'm gonna present it to Moon in sort of like, there's a little note because Hoon I think is fully prepared to like just flounder by this thank you that he's giving you, and it just says thank you for helping Waylon.
Wow. For me?
Mm-hmm. I know that you prefer things in excess, so I figure just one wasn't gonna cut it.
You know me so well. May I?
Oh my god. Yeah, of course.
You see Moon just immediately start like ripping the plastic off some of them and just like like
Yeah.
frog mouth
Frog mouth again.
transformation
Yeah.
and just like puts them all in like their mouth and just starts sucking on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Topaz?
I never get used to that.
Enjoy.
And you're hearing clop clop behind you guys.
What you got over there?
You can't have any.
As you guys as you guys arrive to the manor, I assume you knock, and you're greeted by Basilio, who is the managing researcher of the Rosewood Manor. He stands about 5'8" ish, with a white streak on his hair. His eye bags are deeper from last night, and his golden flecked eyes are bloodshot at this point. He's like, "Oh, amazing! I'm so glad you guys are here. Come in.
Are you okay?
Celio, what is up, my friend? How are
Hey,
you?
I'm doing fine. That horse is not coming in here."
Yeah, no, of course. Mustang waits outside, isn't that right, boy? It's okay.
I can go ahead and hitch your horse for you.
Oh,
Andres, if you want.
don't worry
No,
about that.
It's fine.
Don't worry
You
about
guys can start
he
eating.
he waves some young man looking around like 13, 14, and he's like well dressed. He's like, could you bring this horse to the stables real quick? Yes, sir. And he
Okay,
takes the
great.
reins.
Okay, yeah, take it. Don't go over any two big bumps, all right? Just right in there, right?
I'm just gonna walk him over the stables.
Okay. Yeah, just be gentle. Be gentle.
He'll be fine, sir.
Okay,
be fine.
all right. You just say anything if you have a problem, Mustang.
Just say anything. The horse.
I have a feeling that Andres is gonna get like speak with animals sometime just to speak with his horse. Anyway, you see the young man walk away with Mustang, and Basilio's like, "Please, enter. Come in."
Oh, are we gonna eat? I'm starving. And Moon just kind of like wiping chili powder off their face and just sucking their fingers. They've got like chili powder underneath their nails.
Yeah, we went to the bakery, like you said. And we got you
Amazing.
like all the things here. Yeah, it was a long line. I can't believe it's so busy.
Hey,
that early
how
in the
much do I owe
morning.
you? How much do I owe you? He takes out like a huge a stack of like money, and he starts counting.
You know, it's really no problem. The prices are
No,
really, really low in
no,
this
no.
place.
No, it's fine.
And then Andres steps in and goes, Celio, it's on me. Don't worry about it, buddy.
If anything, you're paying us with giving us a place to eat. That's
There you go.
Okay.
heard-
He puts it in his breast pocket.
I look at Celeste like,
lead the way. We don't want to.
Yeah, of course. He leads you through the Rosewood Manor, and as you enter, Bayani, you've been in the foyer at least. There is several doors, left and right, and there's two grand staircases going up. And as you look up, you see the mansion expands going upward as if it had hundreds, thousands of floors going up. You see.
Did I notice this the first time or the first few times that I've been there? Have I noticed that, or is this like a different?
This is kind of a
view
little
I've
bit.
never seen?
This is a little deeper because you went directly to the bathroom.
Right.
So you're seeing this now for the first time. You're seeing books flying across like kind of like corridors. It looks like there's libraries in here. He says, well, welcome to the Rosewood Manor. This is our secret research lab for things that are weird and peculiar. We
We
established
like
this.
weird and peculiar here in our
Yes. Hey, I
Very
love
weird
weird and peculiar. Yes. And the smell hits you. Smells of cinnamon and kind of like lavender. And it's just weird chemical smells after that. You're passing through like a few doors that are open a little bit ajar, and you see contraptions with a bunch of beakers filled with different multicolored liquids that are over Bunsen burners that have like these weird reactions. You find a bunch of young researchers kind of experimenting on these like small things, and he brings you to this nice dining area with a table that's about 11 feet long with a bunch of chairs surrounding it. You see a picture, and that picture is a halfling man with a halfling wife that you can assume, and a halfling girl in the middle, who Bayani you recognize as Maru in the picture.
Where is this picture in the dining room?
It's above a kind of like a fireplace.
Like a mantle type of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like a mantle. And there's like other sitting areas and smaller tables. And he says, please make yourself comfortable. And he kind of like rubs his hands together and shoots a bolt of fire to the fireplace. And now you have a fire crackling within this room.
As the firebolt's like cutting across the room, Moon just kind of uses their finger and they're like, pew.
Yeah.
Mr. Basilio, we're just wondering, do all of the researchers eat at the same time? Do you all kind of?
No, the researchers, they eat when they can. I personally don't really need to. I just like the taste. Yes.
We went ahead and got as much food to feed, 30, 40 people. With Moon here, it's most likely going to be like 20 now, but we would love to meet all of your faculty here, your researchers, your
Well,
staff.
We can probably do that. It's a little bit early and people have started their day. Maybe in the afternoon we can put like an assembly together and we can meet in the Great Hall, and we can introduce you to most of our researchers. Not all will be able to attend, as some of their studies are really important.
Oh, I was under the impression that we were bringing like breakfast for all.
Oh,
Are
this
they-
was for me, but they're free
Oh.
to.
Right. Well, enjoy. I don't know how you can eat all of this by yourself. You're gonna need a lot of ice.
Bayani lost his appetite?
Yes, I am. I'm slim. I'm trying to.
Okay,
Trying to slim down.
Well, Celeste wouldn't say that. I'm asking Saf because Celeste is like, Celeste never ever sees Bayani not hungry. So she's like,
Yeah.
this is bad. This is very bad.
And he's like, well, I don't really need to eat it. It doesn't really go anywhere. I just like the taste. So yes. He starts setting the table. And make perception checks, guys. Just to see things.
We just-
All
we
of
just
us.
Yeah.
We all sit down and watch him eat.
Yeah.
Are there books flying around?
In this room, no.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
19.
14.
Okay.
4.
I got a 5.
Celeste, Bayani, you guys are a little preoccupied mentally, and you didn't really notice certain things. I will say with the 19, with the two 19s, you guys notice that like some books are in different languages, and within this room, you see, Hoon and Moon. Moon in particular. Moon, you've been to high society dinners before, either by choice or you were forced
Very
to.
rarely by choice.
Very rarely by choice, but you notice the the intricacy, the how expensive these materials are. These cutleries, these china are very expensive. And some are from other nations. Hoon, you notice this too, based on books. You also notice that there is, for the 19, you notice that there is a kind of mouth piece by the mantelpiece. And you're not sure what it is. Andres with a 14, you notice the expensive silverware in the china. You also notice, because you're really into jewelry, that Basilio has several very ornate rings.
Oh, Celio, I like your rings, my friend.
Thank you. They're quite interesting. They make sure I don't die.
Oh, that's cool. My
Yes.
ring makes me make my voice loud, and I show him the ring on my finger.
Oh, that's very interesting. He holds your hand, and his hands are weirdly cold. And he's just like looking at them. It's like, beautiful. Please sit down. I wanted to have this conversation with you and talk to you about a lot of things. I believe you had questions for me.
As he's distracted by Andres's ring,
Mm-hmm.
Moon is going to try to steal some of the silverware.
This man is such a weirdo. You don't even have to like do a sleight of hand. You definitely just grab some. Actually, roll me a sleight of hand to see how much you grab.
Oh my god. So I have a +8. I just want to let you know. Okay, that's going to be a 27.
So it's an 11-foot table. So it probably seats about like 20 people. You clear out about 6 rows of like cutlery, and you're able to like put like some form of like leather twine or something to keep them from jingling in your pockets, and you have it.
Ooh.
Anyone looking at Moon and seeing this, if they happen to, they would probably get the sense that this is not the first time Moon has done this.
Okay.
Yeah, if Hoon in particular, I think Hoon just like looks over and you're stealing, probably, and it's like, cool, yeah.
I was gonna say, Celeste probably clocks it out of the corner of her eye when she sees that you're not doing anything. She's like, this is not the battle to fight right now. I'm just gonna keep my eyes forward.
Andres does not see. He is focused on the rings.
Yep. Andres, you look at his rings, and you see a glimpse on one of his pinky rings, and you see an eye, an image of an eye, not an eye per se, that is familiar. It is the same eyes that are looking at your ring right now. And you're seeing fleeting faces of Basilio in front of you. Some don't even have the white streak. Some are in different hairstyles. Some are in different kind of like clothing. And you see them in the different kind of like rings.
Andres just kind of looks at, just kind of keeps looking at it and is like, nice pinky ring. That's a nice one.
Oh,
I like that
yes. This one is from where I don't learn magic. Yes.
Okay. And Andres takes his hand back.
Yes. Please sit with me. He starts sitting down on the head of the table.
Isn't that like is that a little uncouth? I don't know.
Why?
It's
It's a seat.
yeah, but it's like the big seat, you know? Shouldn't I go to like, is your name on the title? Is this your lease?
Lease?
Least? No. I sit where I please.
Andres, there's another head of the table. Why don't you just sit there?
I look at Celeste like, men love Andres.
Men do love Andres. That's what me, Saf, not Celeste. But Celeste just like quietly nods her head and is like, I don't. You can tell she's like, I don't know what the common denominator is, but love it.
He just flaps up his coat like that's a great idea, and then walks to the other side and sits down on the
You
other
piece
head of the
of
table.
You can't hear anything that they're
I
saying.
was just gonna say, I bet you can't hear shit. This is like that scene from Orange High School Host Club where Tamaki and Haruhi are like a million miles away from each other on these tables.
While
Moon
this
will
all
go
happens,
sit down all the way near Andres.
Okay.
Get
while this
over
happens,
here.
I'm gonna
I
tug
think-
on Celeste's arm and bring her towards the
The
mantle.
petrified one or the arm?
Like the cloth of her arm.
Okay.
And I'm going to, when Andres is, memeing around, I'm gonna just gently lead her towards the fireplace above the mantle, and just silently observe the picture above the fireplace. Do I know the other two individuals?
You've heard of them before. Maru has talked about their parents before. Not in a way that gives you the idea that they were rich, but they were very loving.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Celeste and just whisper, "That's Maru's mother, but as far as I know, that's not her father. Maybe, I mean, Maru's mother met someone in the village at a nearby village, but I don't know who this is. This must be the one that died,
Oh, I see.
the one that had power."
I see.
Yeah, that's
She's gonna gently, I know you're holding her hand, like, sleeve. She's gonna just gently turn her wrist over and hold on to yours for a moment and just kind of give it a little thumb rub before she pats it and lets you go. And she doesn't say anything, but she just looks at you knowingly.
I'm so jealous. I'm just like sitting over here like,
The gentle
Imagine
touch.
she holding your hand.
I'm gonna turn around, face the rest of the group. Mr. Bastilio, can we let's just cut to the chase here.
Yeah.
We're not here just to eat pastries and
He's like starting to stuff his face with food.
could we possibly send an attendant to retrieve Maru?
Maru was not feeling well this morning, so just give me a sec. And he stands and he goes to the mouth on the mantle and is like, he whispers something, and then he tries to hear
Is
it.
he whispering to the wall?
I don't know. I think I made a mistake coming over here.
And
What
he
did you say?
Great.
And he whispers again, and he listens. And he whispers again.
While this
And-
is happening, I'm gonna lean over to Hoon and be like, what does he mean that he doesn't eat but he likes the taste? That feels very weird or very unhealthy. Do you think that's a bad thing? And she's like hypothesizing what this could mean as he's like face deep
Yeah.
in the wall.
He's starting to get like very frustrated, and you start to hear it's like, look, I really enjoy these pastries. You better get your butt down here. I am not gonna repeat this again.
Check you.
And he just steps away. He's like, she'll be down soon.
Awesome.
Moon's like the equivalent of like eating popcorn, just like leaning in, watching this guy.
I'm gonna look over to Celeste again before we return to the table. How do I look? I cast prestidigitation on myself just to clean off a little bit of dirt on my face. How do I look?
She goes, oh my gosh. And then she like pulls some hair out of his face. I'm just kidding. You look great. Just be
Sniff test.
yourself.
Sniff test.
I I have the nose of a fox. I don't need to go in close. I can smell you from here. You smell good. Yeah, you smell good. Hey, hey. And she's gonna, like, give you the, like, look at me. Just be yourself, okay? She's obviously loved that
I'm
part
gonna
of
play
you the whole
cool.
time.
I'm gonna play cool. I'm gonna play cool.
Okay.
Basilio, you notice that Basilio looks at Hoon and is like, so you turn into dragons often? And he just like starts eating.
No.
Can I study you? That sounds
No.
very fascinating.
No.
That's fair. And he starts eating again. And
I'm gonna just ask him, Fabs.
yeah.
So you mentioned speaking of studying, you mentioned earlier that you like the food but you don't eat the food.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, I don't necessarily digest it. My body has gotten to the point where it exists here and there and everywhere all at once.
Love that movie.
Do you
Yes,
poop?
I also do.
I don't
What'd you
create
say, Moon?
waste.
I asked if they poop.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
They don't.
Where does all the poop? Where does all
On-
the food go?
Andre's just gonna just turn to Moon real quick and just be like, I think we made a mistake by sitting this far away.
Why?
I think I can't hear anything. Can you?
They don't poop.
Oh damn, you can hear pretty far. I'm gonna move closer. Can we go back?
You see Moon just kind of like loading up plates. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll help you
and
carry
you-
this.
And you guys move closer, and he says, "Well, here's the thing. All of us are students here. We study different things, and I study something called leventurgy. Basically, all the things that I eat, all the things that I take, get dispersed to everywhere in myself of possibilities of myself, from the past, from the present, from the future." You know how every moment and every choice in life that we make leads branches into something different. I have tapped into those branches, and yes, I'm sorry. So I don't need to eat because the rest of me eats. I don't need to poop, as your friend says, because the rest of me poops somewhere out there. Yes.
but you're and you're just good with this. Like you're okay.
I'm great even. I make sure that nobody that I care about will ever suffer or die or get sick or and you see, make an insight check real quick.
I was gonna say she's actively frowning at all of this information. She's like, "This sounds
Yeah.
horrible."
Yeah.
What you said?
Is this insight
Fuck
just
me.
for
You guys can have anybody who wants to make an insight, because he pauses for so long. He looks like he's glitching out.
I got a 4
Dirty.
again.
Oof.
Oh,
Eight-
save us, Moon.
18.
Okay. Moon, what did you get?
dirty 20?
Okay.
Let's get some wine. Anybody want some wine?
There's a decanter there with like wine, whiskey, some clear liquid. There
I'm
is
gonna-
also rice wine there, if you would like.
We're gonna get some breakfast makgeolli going on.
Hell yeah. And you see he glitches for a second, and with 18s with the ones who got 18, this guy just had a flashback moment of some form of thing. You're not entirely sure. He saw something either from a past life, his past, or maybe some form of kind of vision.
This
And
is
he
so upsetting to Hoon. He's just like,
Are Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yes.
What just happened right there? You didn't
Nothing.
look okay for a sec. No, I saw it. Don't
No.
gaslight me.
Gaslight? I don't know what gaslighting is. What is gaslighting?
You're lying. Are you not aware that it's happening?
What? No.
You just went all fucky.
You did
He
just go all
he
fucky.
he just does the hand gesture to your face too, and just like, no, I didn't.
I pat his face.
And his face is a little cold. Eh.
Sir, you just need to eat more oatmeal. That will help you poop.
No,
It's true.
I can't. I tried. It's one of my studies. Once I ate
Pooping?
really bad rice, like 3-day-old disgusting rice. It didn't. Maybe some poor version of me had to deal with that, but I seem to be fine. Enough about
Does
me.
that mean that there? Does that mean that there are other versions of us, sir?
Yes.
I-
Yes.
we-
So you're telling us that the versions that you're meeting right now are less important because you don't have to eat in this one, so we don't matter.
Probably not. But I can tell. What are you?
Hoon just like is gonna attempt to stop the conversation and just kind of say, "I'm assuming there was a more pressing matter at hand. Your study of magic sounds interesting, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the reason that we're here."
It's
True.
not.
Yes. Well, if you had any questions about the city, about anything, feel free to ask me. I should know a lot of things. Enough things. Yes.
Are you in pain?
No, I don't feel pain. I don't think so. He then takes a fork and
No.
Do it.
No.
I'm eating, you guys. I
he
really.
he pokes himself. He
over
doesn't.
breakfast?
He pokes himself. It's like, nope, I don't really
Okay.
feel anything.
Moon looks really disappointed.
Does that mean you
Sir.
don't feel like excitement or happiness?
Oh, I feel
Everyone?
excitement. Yes.
Let's. Bayani, did you have a question?
I mean, I know of different schools of magic, transmutation, abjuration, all of these things.
hmm
As far as I know, my grandpa's school of magic, Nintala,
hmm
is relatively new.
Yes.
I haven't heard of leviturgy.
Well, leviturgy is a study derivative of dunamis. You have heard of dunamis?
I don't believe I have,
The
sir.
study of time, the study of gravity, the study of space.
No, sir. I was only really taught the core schools, and my grandpa's teachings were just just a different form of the classic schools of magic. I've not heard of dunamancy or leviturgy. I'm sorry.
Yes, this is
I'm guessing you're more advanced here in the city than where I am out in the village.
yes.
You live in the
Actually,
forest.
it came from the west. Yes, yes. But enough about me. Yes, you had questions about things. Yes, please. While we and he looks back, and you now notice that the door is slowly opening. And you see a small halfling girl, tan skin, long black hair, just walking in. You guys notice that their eyes are a little puffy and swollen. And they sit. So they sit farthest from Bayani as they can.
Someone come in?
I give Bayani like the subtle no-go. She's like itching her lapel area, but she's like, fucking stop, bro.
Andres is like,
No.
Good morning, Maru. You look wonderful this morning. Right?
Don't ask us. Just say it.
You look great.
She addresses everybody and says, "Thank you for visiting us. This meal seems quite rich, and we appreciate. We appreciate you bringing it to us. I am so sorry if." And she's not looking at anybody. She then looks at Hoon, and then looks at Moon, Undress, and Celeste, and then looks at Basilio. I am sorry that my head researcher might have put you on an errand, an unnecessary errand, but we really appreciate this.
Moon scrapes their chair back as they stand up. They grab a pastry, put it on a plate, and then walk all the way over and around the table, and then sets it down in front of Maru.
This one was actually procured by Bayani specifically.
No, it wasn't.
For
No.
this meal for you to enjoy. It's very delicious. I hope you like it.
I don't.
Pass the wine.
I don't want to. I don't want to have a meal that anybody else can have. I am still full. I'm fine. Thank you.
I'll leave it here in case you change your mind.
And then Moon just turns and then walks all the way around again.
She
It's
does
just
the
giving
awkward
the Ajumma.
nod.
The Ajumma that tries to hook up all of her nieces and nephews.
Yeah. Yeah, she starts nodding. Well, welcome to the manor. I believe you've met Basilio. Hopefully he has been a kind guest to you all. And you see Basilio's like, why wouldn't I be kind? What? And he starts eating again. And she shakes her head. So what seems to be the reason for this visit?
We all look at Bayani.
I was gonna say
Yep.
head empty, no think. I just look at Bayani
Looking at
We just wanted we just wanted to drop off these foods because we're really interested in the manor and what we could do to service you all. Because
Can you want to tap me in? You want to pass the baton super quick?
because we have many interests, including
You, Maru.
Me?
tap out. No, what?
I don't.
No.
I don't understand.
Well, where I suppose I unfortunately was indisposed a good amount of yesterday.
Yes, I noticed. Are you okay? Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you.
We do have Basilio is head of our medical research. If you would like for him to take a look at you, that's only if you feel comfortable with it, of course.
He did ask to study me earlier.
He does tend to use the wrong words. He means to take a look and check up.
Yeah, I'm sure. But as far as I understand from my companions, especially the future village elder, I look at Bayani when I say that. We had inquiries about your research and what you had kickstarted in the city as far as the bamboo curse is going. And
Of course.
if there was anything, I suppose what Bayani is also saying is true. What we can do for you, we would like to know what we can provide. We've provided a good amount of contract work.
Okay. Well, now that you mentioned that, you now notice that she had kind of like a small folder, kind of like a binder. She puts on the table, she opens it up, and you notice that it's a lot of scribbles, a lot of loose paper. It's like, I assume that you came here about the research that we have been doing for Mariposa Village. We came to a lot of weird conclusions that I'm quite glad that you came here to ask us about. Before anything, I would like to ask what your relationships are with Dr. Sikat.
You mean, are you intending to draw out if we see him unfavorably or favorably?
I am simply seeing whether this information, if I do choose to give it to you, will reach his ears.
No. That would be unnecessary.
Okay. And the rest of you? Okay. Well,
I prefer Gomer.
I too prefer Dr. Perron over Dr. Sikat, but we deal with the hand that we are dealt, correct? So there's a lot of weird things that have been happening in Kandigan, not only in the city, not only in Mariposa Village. Things are getting hostile. The land itself is getting hostile. I heard somebody from overseas has come here to research on dragon activity, and we've never had dragon activity, well, at least not in a long while. We also have to deal with the holy man in the Church of Palor, which may be the biggest cause of the thing that is happening. So basically, what we found was there is a certain energy that is growing in the center of Kandigan, branching out, some form of dark energy. It's taken place. It's taken its place in replacement of the Fey magic that has been surrounding the country for ages, for even before we knew of the land's existence. And it seems that recently, since colonization has happened, that the Fey magic has been pushed out and absent on certain parts. Fey magic that Mentala wizards pull their magic from. The bamboo from Mariposa Village is dying because of the lack of its feeding source, if you could put it that way, and is being replaced by this dark energy that honestly is causing a bit of trouble here in the city. It's been opening doors to the abyss that is letting certain creatures out, and I believe you have faced a few of these a few nights ago.
So it's connected.
Yes, unfortunately it is. What's causing it, we can't really tell. I want to not believe that Dr. Sikat has anything to do with this, but Dr. Sikat is an anomaly. His history, apart from his modernized research on cloning and his, quote, positive use and view of necromancy, leads me to believe that there's something that he is doing that is making things worse around the city. What that is, I'm not entirely sure. I am a little bit tired as he is the head of Nara Academy, and I am in a conflict of interest being the sister establishment to Academy.
Do you know if the influence of this extends beyond the city? Is it just in the city?
It extends beyond the city. Like I said, this darkness is reaching out to Mariposa Village, to several villages around the city, and I am just afraid that it would cast a dark shadow on the continent and stretch out far and wide to different lands.
Hoon is gonna start like opening his satchel, and he's gonna take out. I think maybe we only had this chance to check it out because Hoon was busy fucking the shit out of him. But takes out the book that he stole from Dr. Sequoia's office, which is the one that we also stole for him. This is something that we recently stole for him, in all essence. But this is something apparently instrumental to the work that he's doing.
How were you able to procure this item? He's very careful with his belongings.
We can talk about it later.
Okay. Well, she takes the book and she flips through it and she drops it down. It's like, what do you know of this book?
Did I even have a chance to flip through it myself before? Or
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll say that last night you still had a little bit of energy left to look through the book.
Okay. Should I roll anything to see what I got out of it?
Roll
is it a different language or something?
Roll an Arcana or Religion. Also, tell me what do you call this? Tell me what languages you speak as well.
I speak Draconic, Dwarvish, Halfling, Orc, and Seojin. I only got a 13. For Arcana and Religion are the same thing.
Okay. You're not quite sure. It's written in Abyssal.
Who speaks Abyssal?
That's a good question. Do you?
Yes.
Okay. It also has a little bit of primordial kind of borrowed words as well. So those Andres does read primordial.
I do.
So if the two of you want to work together on this, you guys can translate.
Fucking linguists.
There is definitely necromantic spells here. You notice words that the both of you notice different words that pertain to raising dead, raising armies of dead, and a lot of it's a spell book. To your understanding, it would be a spell book. So, she says, do you mind if we keep this book here for our researchers to check out?
I needed somewhere to hide it, honestly, so.
Well, if you need it hidden, this is a good place, yes.
We do have to keep in mind that that's very dangerous for you. It immediately endangers you by having you keep it.
She looks at Basilio and she says, I think we'll be fine.
It'd be all out war.
This place is impregnable. And he keeps eating.
As long as we all understand the risk, I don't have any problem with this.
Yes. But in addition to this, thank you for this. Things have been happening. These abyssal creatures have been going around and wreaking havoc around the city. I heard talks even of a certain kind of contest that is happening soon that might involve these creatures in cages and I guess citizens fighting these creatures.
If you had like a timeline for when you think that would be happening, when do you think that would be?
I'm not quite sure. Celia, do you? Oh
Why are
yeah,
you interested?
I think 2 weeks maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you're saying that you'd have to fight these monsters if you were a citizen who signed up for this, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah. So apparently they normally do this differently year by year. I've made a lot of money actually from these things. They're doing it different this year, and sponsors can form teams to actually fight these creatures. It's basically teams need to kill. Apparently this year, teams need to kill a bigger monster this year. And teams can try, and the first one to kill it wins.
Right.
Yes.
Andres.
Oh. And if I had signed up with some... Okay, all right. Look,
Andres.
This
look,
is outrageous.
yeah.
You're telling me that these monsters are killing innocent people in the streets, and then you just cage them up and fight them for blood sport?
Oh, I don't cage them up. If I were
I'm not
to
saying that you do, Maru. Why aren't the leaders of the city?
Basilia was talking that. Yeah.
Basilia, I'm not saying that you do. Why don't the leaders of your city, find the most powerful clerics or druids, across the sea? This is disgusting.
A lot of us have to deal with it here. A lot of corruption.
Celia,
yeah.
do you know Madam Featherbottom?
Old lady? Yeah, I think so.
Walks around with two giant bodyguards?
Yes. She sponsors some fighters.
Yeah.
She hasn't had luck in the last 3 years, unfortunately.
Yeah, for some reason I keep hearing that. Now, if I had...
I'm looking right at you.
Andres is not looking at Hoon at all. I signed up through her.
Oh, you're fucked.
No.
Oh, she doesn't know how to.
No.
She doesn't know how to choose them. No.
No, what is that? Wait, whoa. And then Andres gets up out of his chair.
Oh no, nothing against you, friend. It's she basically picks and chooses different people that are arrogant enough to think that they're great, but also puts them together with the same type of people, and they end up dead together. So you won't be fighting alone. You'll probably be fighting with several other people, just like you. And just like you will probably hate that I'm saying that you're kind of not smart and probably gonna fight and each other and die.
And then Andres just sits back down and pulls
Celeste
his
is also
chair
eating
in.
off in the distance, like.
What did all of you fucking get into when I turned into a fucking dragon?
Oh, I didn't.
Andres.
I shouldn't be talking. I turned into a dragon. I get
Turned
that,
into a
but
dragon.
Oh, I got a job offer.
I didn't do
What?
anything. I did meet someone from my past who called me by a different name and
What?
said I should be dead. But that's the least of our worries.
Hey, me too. I should be dead too.
That is not very
I
comforting.
chug
I think it's like
wine.
a different way.
I'm chugging wine.
Have any of you heard of trains?
Yeah.
Like the steam.
What the fuck is a
Ones.
train?
Well, apparently, there's motions to upgrade them and incorporate them into Candigan. There's a
Whoa.
role open in foreign affairs, and I'm gonna investigate it. Be nice to
So
get
you're
a regular
going
paying
straight?
job. No.
You don't know where this train goes.
Where would it go?
I mean, trains are used in the West to transport yourself from town to town, city to city. I hear it's cheaper than chartering an airship everywhere you go. So that'll be nice.
Okay.
Lower too.
You see Maru has been quiet, has been kind of awkward and flipping through pages on their notes.
What are you finding?
Nothing. I'm just reviewing some of my notes.
You were a part of Mariposa Village.
Yes, for some time, yeah.
I look at Bayani. Was this was before me?
Yes.
Yes, I was a part of Mariposa Village. It was a wonderful place I called home until they found my whereabouts. Well, at least Basilio found my whereabouts and told me that I was heir to all of this. And when I came here, I decided to use my resources for good, helping the wonderful people of the Mariposa Village to figure out what's going on with the bamboo. And I have been toiling my life away for that study, and I have learnt some things, except for a thing to stop it. And hopefully soon enough before it's too late that I do. But it seems that there are things that need more attention from me, so I might be passing this to one of our students that can handle the study.
Can I do
The
a
study of a black hole that's going to consume this entire land? I think that's pretty high priority.
Well, I'll be studying the black hole, and I'll have somebody study how to help the village. Anyway,
Can I do an inside check on Marco?
sure.
Because I specifically, I know you're using like a certain tone with her. If Hoon is picking up like I want to know what she's feeling right now as
Sure.
she's talking.
I would also love to get in on that if possible.
Go ahead.
Mother, lover.
19.
I got a 1.
I think that
Count down
move-
to hero
Oh,
point,
that's
remember.
right. Yeah.
Oh no, you have a
Moon
hero
wants to do
point
an-
now.
Insight check on Bayani.
Okay. We're gonna do the Bayani thing later. What did you get, Hoon?
19.
19? She's upset. She doesn't want to look at Bayani right now. She hasn't actually looked at Bayani this whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you notice
And
that
is
her shoulders are also averse to his direction?
yeah. I also am I able to see, is her not wanting to lead this anymore also Bayani related?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Is her not wanting to lead the research specifically of Mariposa Village Bayani related? Like she's gonna just jump onto a different project at this point because
Yes.
of
This
Bayani.
is
Okay.
Yep. This is pettiness. This
Okay.
is out of pettiness that that they just don't want to, after what happened the night before, they just don't want to be associated.
Okay. I look at Bayani super quick.
Bayani, roll me a deception check. Moon, with an M, roll me a insight check
Okay.
to see if you
Moon's
get something.
basically, yeah. As the entire conversation is going on, Moon is just looking at Bayani the entire time. It's
I
a
mean,
14.
I would feel like Bayani would be really open to, expressing whatever. I don't think he's really trying to hide anything body language wise.
But if you could describe to us what is Bayani projecting body language wise.
His dominant, his right hand is kind of like gripping the table, and you can see like the whites of the ends of his fingers because as he's like gripping it out of like frustration. He's like kind of leaned forward a little bit, just kind of like making eye contact, trying to view into Maru. There's definitely anger, but it's misplaced. As Bayani just thinks that what's happening right now is ludicrous because there's a lot of information that's being dumped right now, and there's a lot more things that Bayani did not account for. I thought he was just looking for a cure, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more now. It's a little bit more. He didn't realize how bad it was going to be.
When Hoon looks at you, Bayani, Hoon just sort of says, I forgot to mention something. Can we talk out in the hallway?
Well,
Yeah, real quick.
if you need to speak, you can have the room. Basilio, could you assist me? I need to find somebody to hold on to this spell book and some of the notes. And Basilio's like, but I'm eating. It's like you can come back and eat later. It's like, all right. Okay, and they both stand and they leave the room.
Will they be back?
I look at Bayani and I just kind of say, "What did you say to her?"
Listen, I learned a lot of stuff in between last night and today, and if I can go back in time and replay it all, I would. But
He doesn't even want to look at you.
yeah, she holds grudges for a long time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't really worry about me. We have a lot more pressing matters at hand. The
Bayani.
village, the freaking plague that's, in the ground, that's not even affecting my village. My people can go anywhere else. But this land, if all of it's cursed, if all of it's dead, then where are my people gonna go? Where are you guys gonna go?
Then what this means is that this also directly regards you. If it regards all of us, this village is your center. It's Maru's center. So in this moment, I think it beneficial for us to understand how your relationship with Maru twisted within just that one night of just seeing each other for I don't know how long. That I saw that she doesn't want to have anything to do with the case in her eyes because of you, Bayani. Why?
She said that she was doing all this research for the village. I had no idea. If she had all of this power and all of this knowledge, she could have written a letter. 0. Nothing. 7 years of it. No letters, no communication.
Sometimes it's easier to throw yourself into the work than talk to the people you care about.
Did you leave on bad terms?
No. We left on no terms. I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Do you know why that might be the case?
I woke up one morning. I packed her lunch. It was my turn this week. And when I came over to her house, the lady at the orphanage said that she had already been whisked away. I run over to the front of the village, and there she was, being whisked onto a fancy gold carriage. Everyone else in the village crowded around, saying, take me next, send us things. Give us tales from the city. And she shut the door and off she rode. And so I thought, wow, she gets to leave and live a life, as I look over to Andres and Moon, a life that you all get to live.
Then you see Andres kind of staring off into space, just like, I'm gonna die.
Bayani. That must have been painful.
It was fine. It was a long time ago. I just didn't know that she was going to continue practicing magic or mentala or anything of that matter.
But, oh, sorry, Moon.
With Bayani's words, you see Moon kind of slump back into her chair, and she looks very solemn and grows quiet.
But what you're saying enough of a reason?
No, it's just... You can't just expect to hit pause on all things and pick back up where we left off. It doesn't work like that. And she thought that was how it works. Because all this time, I've been slowly trying to forget her. And now she thinks she can just come back into my life and say, hey?
And what if she never forgot you? Never made that attempt to forget you? She was still working this entire time. For 7 years, you said. Just because... And, Bayani, I love you. But...
Hoon,
the
plague didn't happen until this last year. 5 years then, 5-6 years. Nothing. She could have pulled me and the entire village out from there, out of where we were. Given us a better, or at least send us resources to give us a better time here at the village.
You guys notice that the notes are still on the table. She left the notes, except she took the spell book, but the notes are still there.
You think most of the people in the village would just want to uproot from the original land? Sure, she could have given you things. I can imagine a girl that just realized that she was royalty was dealing with a lot more than the crux shouldering an entire village. I understand it is irresponsible to just leave something so important. It is selfish. It is self-centered, I'm sure. Your insecurity with not being able to live a glamorous life, whatever that may be, is not going to help us in this grand scheme of things. Her and the village and curing the curse requires also you and her getting along.
And I'll get along as much as I need to, but that's it. Once this is all over, if we ever find a cure, Hoon, everyone, if we ever find a cure, she's staying here. She gets to live that life here.
What do you want to do?
I want to go back home and take care of my village. This isn't my home.
Why does it sound like Why does it sound like you staying at the village is this entire limitation on your entire life? You can't also live as free as she does, although this does not seem like her living freely.
Some people live for themselves, Hoon. I live for my family and for my people. For the community. We're one unit.
And yet
I'm
you're
not
the
that
one
selfish.
you're the one that wanted to leave the most.
For my community.
As Bayani says that, Moon gets up and leaves the room.
Okay. You leave the room while this conversation between Bayani and Moon is happening. Moon, you walk out and you see by the stairs Basilio is talking to Maru. Maru is crying. Maru is bawling her eyes. And all you hear is Basilio's like, I'm not equipped to deal with this, Maru. I am your ward. I am here to help you, but you and I both know that understanding this emotional slight between the two of you is something that I am having a hard time grasping. But if you want to talk to him about what you've been doing for the last 5 years and building for him and his community, then maybe you should. I am missing food and this is unfair to me, so do what you want. And he turns around and he sees you and he just nods.
Moon kind of just walks up towards them at the tail end of that, and Moon's eyes are wet and visibly fighting back tears, and Moon just says flatly, "You should just go fucking talk to him, alright? He's going through it, and you guys need to communicate. Where's your fucking bathroom?"
Sure, I'll show you. And Basilio leads you to the bathroom.
I will also state that Celeste would have been like, Moon, where are you going? Like, she's not gonna just let them
Yeah.
go without anything, because she's like, are you good? What's happening? We're all fighting. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. If you followed Moon out, you heard exactly that.
She's not gonna follow them because she wants to like give space, and she doesn't know how to get up without being awkward about it, but she would just still be like, are you? Oh, okay.
I think if that's the case, then Celeste would have seen that Moon, just something broke inside of Moon, and Moon just needed to get out of the room.
Yeah, she's gonna let you go so that she honors your space, but she gives you a look like, do you want me to follow you? Like, I'll follow you.
Okay. Yeah. So, Moon, you're in the bathroom. Poon, and Bayani, you guys are having this conversation, and Andres and Celeste, you guys are caring for your friends right now, and like a silence fills the air as we will take our break, and we will take about 5 minutes to a little decompress from the emotional scenes, hydrate, stretch, do a little stand up, and we'll be right back. To everybody in the chat watching,
comedy.
yeah, you guys.
What's the deal with the airline food?
You guys are wonderful. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back soon. You guys also should hydrate. So we'll check you guys in a bit. And we're back. Howdy, 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 howdy. How's everybody doing? Guys, thanks for sticking around. This is Reckoning in Dawn Shadow, an all-Asian campaign set in a post-colonialist setting of my writing. Last we left off, our gang has entered Rosewood Manor and learned a lot about its purpose, its inception, and its It's just a lot of general things about it and the people that work there. Moon has adjourned to the bathroom. Moon, you get into the bathroom and it's very nice. It's very modern. It's a far cry from the bathrooms that you are used to in the night house. The night house is just rowdy as shit. A lot of like busted pipes. This one, you have like ivory, marble, whatever, like countertops, and the toilets are pristine and clean. It smells of potpourri instead of poopery that you're so used to at the night house. And
Moon is basically just like in the bathroom going to look at themselves in the mirror, ugly cry, and then if no one comes into the bathroom for a while, they might kind of look around sheepishly once their emotions begin to settle. And they'll just like turn on the sink and just start like washing themselves in the sink because they probably stink and they haven't been in a bathroom this nice in a very long time.
Okay. And yeah, you do that. Yes. So,
I think eventually, this is already what I kind of planned. If I can talk while we're all still talking in this room and stuff like that, I think Celeste is tired of sitting at this table. And so she just kind of like gently pushes her seat out, and she'll put a very soft arm on Bayani's hand, like forearm type B, and just gently look at him. I think you have a lot more to deal with than the fate of your family and your village resting on you right now. That maybe needs to be dealt with before you can deal with your family. And I think something that could help is talking to Maru without. And she looks at the rest of the party sitting here as like an audience, like without. And so I think I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I'll meet you back at Andreas's house, if that's okay. Andreas.
Sure, no problem.
Buddy, do you need me to walk you home?
I'm gonna get up.
Yeah,
You
I
just
think
kinda-
so. She's gonna offer her hand to him.
He's just gonna get up.
you guys exit the room and you see Basilio coming back from where the bathroom was after showing Moon. And he's like, "Oh, the two of you are leaving as well?"
I'm gonna use the restroom first.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Yeah, it's over here. He leads you. Your friend is in there, but anyway, make sure to close the door when you leave. Okay. And he just nods, just like goes back.
Go ahead.
Oh, she's just gonna wait outside the bathroom door because she knows, like, he literally was just like, she's in there, and so she'll just wait.
Yeah. You start hearing the water running.
And she's like, okay, whatever, you do what you need to do.
Celio.
Yeah. Yes.
How do I get in contact with Lady Featherbottom?
Oh.
She kind of just showed up, made me sign a piece of paper, told me my winnings, and left.
Oh, okay. Well, you can probably find her uptown. Well, not uptown. There is a gated community about a few blocks away from here. I can draw you a map. Sure. And he takes a piece of paper. He draws you a map, and basically, around this area over here on the map on our thingy, he points you around there. And yeah, he's just like, okay. And if there's anything else, you know where to find me. Thank you for the food, and I guess have a good day. And he starts.
Can I get my horse?
Of course, your horse. Just find the kid. The kid's gonna be outside. It'll be fine. And he starts walking away.
He's gonna immediately go outside and call his horse.
Yeah. the kid is like, "Oh, you're leaving? Okay." He just whistles and Mustang just like walks up to you. You notice that Mustang is wearing this new kind of set of reins.
Oh, these are nice.
Oh yeah.
Did you-
Yeah, I well, your horse kind of looked a little uncomfortable, so I wanted to make sure that he was fine.
How's he looking? Is he good? Is he happy?
He looks amazing. He's like, "I'm fine."
Fuck yeah, you're fine, dude. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop on my horse and I'm gonna.
You start realizing you've never talked to your horse before, but he's talking to you.
Wait, what? How the? Wait, Mustang. I can understand you.
Yeah, I can understand you too.
Shit.
I don't understand. How? What?
It's the thing. It's the thing. And he just like gestures his face. It's the thing.
It's the. Whoa! Okay, all right. I'd be more excited right now, but I think I just found out that I'm gonna die. So we
I
gotta
don't
figure
want you
this
to
out.
die. How am I
I
gonna
know.
eat?
I know. I'm a little hurt that that's the reason why you don't want me to die, but that's okay. We'll figure it out sooner or later.
But you
We're
feed
gonna be
me.
best friends. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That's right, buddy. We're gonna be best friends.
But outside people just look at you and you're talking to your horse, and your horse is
Yeah,
like,
and I'm going.
yes, exactly. And then he walks you home. We're gonna go back to the two real quick. Hoon, Bayani, you guys are alone in the room.
Are you gonna talk to her today, or should we just go?
Yeah, I'll talk to her. Again. Talking to her for the community. For the good of, the safety of this continent.
You hear a
You-
knock. You hear a slight knock on the door. And it opens up a little bit, and it's Maru. She looks hesitantly to Bayani and looks at you, Hoon, and says, "Would you mind giving us a moment?"
I nod, sort of like a bow of like a head nod. I'm gonna go over and pick up the notes just so that I can kind of. It looks like I'm clearing up the table, but Hoon does want to look over them.
Mm-hmm. She says thank you.
And the last thing, I'm gonna just like start leaving basically with the last thing I say to Bayani. I just sort of say, Bayani. Just think about how do you know it's not also for community, for her. And then I leave.
Nice place.
Thank you. It was my father's. I had to fix it up a little bit, but I think it came out quite nice.
Why didn't you write?
She looks around. Is this because of that? All of this because I didn't write?
I think sending us a letter would have been the simplest thing to do.
It's not so simple, Bayani. You've seen what I've been doing. For 5 years I've been building this place. You're not the only one who needs me. But I'm trying. Do
Maru,
you
you've been in the city for how many years? I haven't even been here for like even 2 months, and I've already written 2 letters to my family back home.
Come with me. She opens the door.
I follow gingerly behind, still holding that angst and it's not anger. It's just like like when someone is
It's frustration.
following. Yeah, it's just frustration. I'm trying to be as professional as I can,
Yeah.
without trying to. I'm not even oozing a drop of friendly warmness towards her.
All of these rooms contain several students. You've been to the Nara Academy, correct?
Yeah.
They boast themselves being the bastion of progress. But that's not necessarily true. A lot of the things that they are studying are just at a certain surface level, just shallow. Nothing to really help anybody. This is what I'm building, and you guys are going through, and you're noticing some of these rooms. There's this one room with a bunch of artificers that are kind of looking at this kind of weird apparatus that has this form of like energy inside, and as soon as it sparks and it turns alive, they start hugging each other, and you see one of them crying, and just genuine joy for the success that they had. You don't know what the study was, but as a wizard, as a man of magic, arcane arts, you know how it feels to try something and try, fail over and over, and finally succeed. And you kind of feel for that. And she says, a lot of the people here are just like you, finding their way to fix something. Basilio himself gave so much to make sure that none of the people that he loves would ever suffer a loss, even to his own sacrifice. The reason why I couldn't write is because a lot of people depended on me, as a lot of people depend on you. I wanted to write, and I'm sorry. I really am. But I was hoping that by the time that I had the chance to write back, or even return to the village, that I had some answer to the questions that we had, that why were these things happening? I owe your grandfather a lot. And I want to return the favor. I really do.
Okay. Then let's get to work then. I'm here on business. Not pleasure. Strictly business.
Is that really what you want? Is this the choice that you want to make? Because, Bayani, I'm not playing coy. I'm not gonna give you some play on words. You know how I felt before. And you know how important you are to me. But if you want to throw that all away, set that aside, and do this as business, then we can. It's gonna be hard. But if that's what you want. I don't want to play games, and I don't have time for games.
You know, it's funny. A few days after you left, after my birthday, I was feeding soup to my mom. And it doesn't happen all the time. But she said a word for the first time in years.
When you said that, her eyes kind of flutter with a little bit of hope, a little bit of joy. She kind of settles down a little bit.
I thought she was gonna say, "Son, my name Bayani." Maybe even her own name, or maybe even tell me how damn good the soup that I made was, 'cause it was good. She asked for you. She said your name. Just one word. Just Maru. And when I told her where you went off to, she understood, and she hasn't said anything since then. Maru, I'm doing this for my people. And you are too, if you still call Mariposa your home.
You notice, after you say that, the joy that she felt disappears. Her hands are clenched. Her eyes narrow.
But all of this, you can't leave this. You have brick walls, keeping you safe at night. I don't get this. I don't have a choice.
Bayani.
You and me are two different people now, Maru.
Bayani, I
You're
don't.
city folk. You're royalty.
She comes close.
Don't take a step closer.
I don't care whatever the fuck you think of me, Bayani. You don't know what I've been through. You have no right to tell me that that is not my home. I might have left it, not because I wanted to, but I have dedicated 5 years of my life to make sure that whatever is happening there stops. Now, whatever insecurities you have about us, about your home, don't project them on me. Now, as you said, you want to do business, and business is what we'll do. Now get out of my face. Make sure that you call before you show up. And you respect me in my house. Now
By the time you...
yeah. Now I would appreciate it if you left.
As you say that word, Bayani Missy steps out of the doorway. From the tiny little crack in the door, and Mixie steps out, the max 30 feet, and begins to walk his way towards the entrance.
Make me a perception check real quick. Make it at advantage.
11?
11. You hear her sobbing. Violently sobbing. You see, as you're walking, you've gotten kind of like the lay of the house. You're walking. You're passing by the dining hall that you guys were earlier, and you see it's been cleaned up, and you see Basilio coming out. Oh, it seems like you've spoken to Maru. I hope everything is okay.
I take one of his hands with both of my hands and shake it in a very professional manner. I look forward to working with you. We all are. Our whole group.
Working with me? What?
We look forward to working with the Rosewood Manor.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Feel free to come by whenever you need.
Yes. And just know, whatever comes up when we leave, I'm really looking forward to working with you
Hmm.
as well as we can. Emotions aside. But I must go. My group needs me.
Okay. Well, you have a wonderful afternoon. It's really nice out. I have some work to do. Thank you again for the food. Please. And he just like puts like a wad of cash in your pocket. Just let me take care of the food. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I look forward to the future. Let us learn as I depart.
Okay. And he starts walking away. You're just walking. Let's go back to our two friends here. You take a while in the bathroom, Moon, I assume.
Yeah, there's splashing of water, the sound of something ripping, a muted fuck.
Yeah, and
Sound of something
you
slipping.
Celeste, you hear that from outside the door.
Finally, she gets up the I don't know, not the bravery, but she's like, I'm just gonna knock now. And so she knocks after a while. Hey.
The door opens and you see that Moon is completely drenched. Just from all of their hair, all of their skin, some of their clothes, you can see that their shirt is like unbuttoned and you can see like a little bit of cleavage and
Little side boob.
but there's like water just splashed on their clothes. You can see some on their pants. The trek over to the door has puddles of water just kind of coalescing in their wake.
We're in an Asian home too, so I ain't got any shoes on. I gotta walk through this water.
Yeah.
Did you need to use the bathroom?
It's fine. Yes, I do, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, that's fine.
And Moon reaches forward and grabs you and pulls you in.
And she goes in, no problem, and then kind of like gently shuts the door. Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, my cat's rolling the dice. Oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah, I'm fine. Just, you know, it was pretty intense in there. You know, you never pass up a free opportunity for a bath.
Right. Yeah. And she just kind of looks at the floor for a little while, and you can see she's like processing through how she's gonna say it, but eventually she just looks up at you again and gently grabs your hand. I'm gonna try that again.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Just emotions are high, you know, and we've all been through a lot.
And if Moon will let her, she gently goes from just gently grabbing your hand to like, because she can't like hug people in the way that people hug people. She just kind of gently like clasps your forearm. Like she goes from holding your hand to like gently soaking her hand up to your elbow and just kind of gently holds you.
She's wet. Your arm's
Yeah.
completely wet now.
She's totally okay with that. She just kind of holds on to you. We don't have to do this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I think I might have made a few mistakes in my life, and just seeing Bayani like this, I'm just sorry, you know?
I'm sorry for what though? You haven't done anything wrong to us.
I left
left a lot of people behind. I've been trying to make an effort to not do the same for you guys, but I think Bayani's kind of right in some ways. The parts about throwing away opportunities.
You know, my master used to say, lonely people leave people, which I didn't really understand for the longest time. But I think they do. And I think it gets so hard to take those opportunities or to be uncomfortable with being known that lonely people inevitably leave just so they can stay familiar with their loneliness.
There's a tenseness in Moon's jaw, and her fingers grasp at you a bit, digging into your arm. Those are some pretty heavy words there, Celeste.
He used to talk to me a lot. I was the only one who'd be around for a while.
Guess I'm not really alone anymore, am I?
It's weird, isn't it?
I'm sorry that I'm so wet. Look at you. It's splashed all over you. Here. Hold on. Don't move. Very, very gently, Moon releases your arm, and they begin to unravel the scarf and drapes it over the back of your shoulders, kind of enshrouding the two of them together.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this moment of closeness. It's quite intimate, and there's warmth between them, and Moon just gives a tug. And all of a sudden, as if you were taken into a dryer, your hair and your clothes, everything just kind of fluffs up.
Ooh.
And it has like that faint scent of fresh laundry.
Yes, good.
Just a little bit static.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moon's hair stands up just a tiny bit.
I need a dryer sheet to like cut it all down.
There. That's a little better, right?
I'd say you improve most situations I'm in.
It's funny you say that. Not very many people say that. And very awkwardly, Moon begins to pull the scarf off of you.
Before they take the scarf all the way off, they'll gently grab your wrist again. You don't have to be alone. You can find a new familiar with us.
Thank you.
And she'll just let go.
Begins to button the shirt up. Is everyone okay over there?
I don't know. I don't think if I'm gonna be 100% with you, I don't think so. Andreas is certain he's gonna die. Bayani seems very upset still, and Hoon is confused.
Well, I have a few ideas on what we could do. Do you know where we're meeting up?
Yeah, I told everyone to meet up at Andreas's house, so I guess we'll just go there. But I'm stopping to get bubble tea on the way home because
That's
this flu. Bad.
Exactly what I was thinking. Let's get a few treats for everyone, you know?
Yeah, let's go before they ask us to mop up the floor.
You see Moon just kind of like step over the puddles. Sucks to be them. And offers a hand out towards you.
And she'll take it.
Moon just kind of like kicks the door open. Let's go.
Hoon, what are you doing during this whole time?
I'm gonna read over the notes super quick. It doesn't have to be a super thing, but I think he would be looking them over and taking his own notes.
Roll me investigation. Check.
Okay. 9.
9. Um,
I'm not smart.
it's not that you're not smart. The conversation with Bayani has drained you a little bit emotionally, and it seems as if the energy that you had to investigate and look at the notes kind of is just not there. You can try probably later, but right now you're just not into it. And we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Andres, did you go to the address that was given to you? You're muted, by the way.
Yes. He ended up going immediately to the house, but he also remembers that he does have to meet up with Brenda at some point as well.
Yes. So let's do the thing first. You go to the house. You see a bunch of guards. It's this lavish mansion. The gate is 20 feet high. There's hedges around. And you are met outside by somebody who looks very brawlish. Very broad shoulders, wearing a very tight-fitting suit. It's not necessarily tight-fitting. The body is quite light, but like his arms are so huge that it is quite hugging his figure. Says, "What you want?"
I'm here to talk to Madam Featherbottom.
You have an appointment?
No, I don't need one.
Is
She's
Andreas
sponsoring me.
flexing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need an appointment. She's sponsoring me
Sponsor. He looks
for the blood sport.
He looks you up and down, and he just opens the gate. Okay.
Hits him with one of these and then walks in.
He has like kind of like a can that he was like drinking from, and he just like crushes it like it was paper. And he just
Andres
tosses
looks
it
around.
behind him.
Andres looks around and finds a stick and picks it up and breaks it on his knee and then drops it to the ground and starts walking away.
And you hear, "Yeah, master. Yeah, do it to him. Yeah." And he's just walking.
Thanks. Thank you, Mustang.
And
I walk inside.
yeah, you get to the entrance. There's two other guards, and they're like, "Come in." And they lead you to lavish mansion. I don't even have to like describe to you how grandiose this location is. And they bring you to a study. And in this study, you see the old lady, Featherbottom, just sitting there reading a book. Oh. Look at you, handsome. What are you doing here?
I need... Who are we fighting? Who's my team?
Oh, I don't... So you found out. Okay. Well, I have yet to find a team for you.
How many people are on a team?
They range to 5 to 7.
What if I could get 6? Maybe 6. 5. 5 for sure. Maybe 6. Maybe 7.
Look, are you offering to build this team for me?
I'll build the team. This is my team. This is my money. We're gonna make the decision.
No, this is
ourselves.
This is our money.
Okay.
Our money.
This is our money, so I'm gonna make some of the decisions as well.
Oh, okay. I like it assertive. Yes. Bring them over. We'll have dinner. I'll meet them, and if they're up to par, then you can have your team. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Also, the guy out front is sleeping on the job.
Okay. You're gonna come here and not even show some respect? And she holds out her hand.
Oh, sorry. And he does the monopole.
Yeah. And she's like, okay. And you look at her, he's like, she was expecting you to kiss it, but she's like, okay, whatever. And well, please send word to me when you have your team and we'll have dinner and we will get to meet them and we'll try to figure things out.
Mhm.
Fair?
Fair.
Okay.
And on my way out, I say to the guard out front, "You might not have a job in a couple days, buddy. I would stay on your best behavior if I were you."
And as you're
I
walking,
get on Mustang.
as you're trying to get on Mustang, please roll me a dexterity saving throw, because he's trying to trip you.
Well, with pleasure. With pleasure, I will. 1 second. Just a little bit longer. Hold. It's a 5.
You trip on your face, and you just hear, "Master, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry," while your face is covered in Mustang's nasties, as you fall into his poop. The poop.
I guess I'm going home.
You get on, and he's like, "I'm so sorry,
It's not your
Master.
fault, Mustang. It's not your fault.
I
don't wanna
couldn't
hear
help it. They
It's
fed me a
not your-
lot there."
I
And-
know. That's good. That's a good thing, buddy. That's a good thing. And I'm like smacking his stomach. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And you hear the guard just laughing. And yeah. You're walking back, and you get to your apartment. Does everybody head to Andres's apartment? Okay. You guys are there. There's a stillness. There's some form of sadness in the air as Andres walks in with shit on his face.
Why are you covered in shit?
It doesn't matter, cause I'm not gonna die now.
What you're doing?
Wants to go to the bath. He just wants to go to the bathroom and get cleaned up.
Okay, and you go to the bathroom to clean up, and we will end our session there for tonight.
Oh.
Little heavy session today. Thank you so much to everybody who sticked around. We really enjoyed your company. Hopefully we entertained you there. I had fun. I hope my players had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Just so you know, we will be having a break next week. We're supposed to have a break this week, but since we had the opportunity to have a full party, we're switching it to next week. Join us again in 2 weeks as we continue this story. Yeah, we're going to go around again and introduce ourselves, tell you where you can find us, and if there's anything fun we're doing that you can join us at. Luke, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. It's Luke Trevisi, Filipino-Italian, New York comedian. What's up? Give me a slice of pizza. You can find me at Luke Trevisi on Instagram and Twitter. Nothing to report right now. Just give me a follow, and I got some fun content there for you to watch.
Hell yeah. Toffee.
Yo, what it do? I'm Toffee. You can find me on Twitter at Toffee Plays. I'm a actor based out of San Diego. Just doing this for right now. That's it. That's all I got.
Spicy toffee today.
That's all I got.
Cool. Saf.
Hello, it's me. I'm Saf. You can find me everywhere at a clerical area 748 or some kind of variation. Good luck to you. If you are interested in nerdy TTRPG streetwear, you can take a look at arcanewares.com, where you can find all of that good stuff. And that's it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Joe. Or should I say
Hey.
Daddy?
Daddy. My name is Daddy. I'm at Scary Dog Friend on Twitter and TikTok. Lots of things. I perform here, lots of other fucking places. Just follow me on Twitter. It's just easier that way. I co-host a podcast with my friend Cleric called Monster Fuckers Anonymous. We'll be finishing up our break soon. And I'm going to be running Call of Cthulhu on Going Crit RPG this channel. So if you are interested in being in a horror game, playing Call of Cthulhu with us, definitely drop a application. We have one more day, and then we're gonna get start rolling on that. So yeah.
Yeah. Last but not least, Stella.
Hello, I'm Stella Luna on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media. I'm a TTRPG performer and producer. You can find all the infos on my Twitter. And I'm very, very happy to be back, and
Yay!
I'm super excited to play again.
Yes, Stella!
Hell yeah. Do you have anything for tomorrow and Saturday?
Yes. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing session 1 of Unbound Candlekeep Mysteries. We're
Finally.
going to be featuring... Finally, yeah. We have been on hiatus just because of, like, real life stuff and people getting sick. And we always prioritize the health of our cast members. And Fabian did all of the wonderful art for that show. And you can see, if you've ever wanted to see a goblin smut author that's also a paladin, you can perceive that on Friday over at my channel.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I'm Fabs. Catch me here. I'm normally here Tuesdays with Manhattan by Midnight, and here on Thursdays with these lovely, lovely gremlins, Reckoning and Dawn Shadow. Also, check out our Monday show, Hellions of Karnak. Pretty interesting. You're into time loops and drama and trauma. And don't forget to follow us at Going Crit RPG. Like Joe said, we are on the last day of casting for Farewell, the Yellow House. You can find the application there if you're interested in playing with us. We are also casting a few shows coming up for our countdown to Halloween, which is our spooktacular. I will be running Monster Hearts 2. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. We'll be putting out a lot of applications soon enough. So we'll catch you guys not next week, but the following week. And thank you again for joining us. You guys are lovely. Peace. Bye.